Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
You know, times are changing. Ladies can do stuff now.
What? Were you saying something? Look, I don't speak Spanish.
You're trespassing on my property. You didn't win shit in my yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
Friday night tights. You're about to get frostbitten.
Get him!
Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. All you geeks and gamers better stop jerking off to me, okay? I smell like burnt hair and Julie. That isn't stopping you. I fuck you like you're retarded because I think you're all retarded. I see the chat. I see you in the chat. Hit an F right now. Jerking off to your girl. Frostbitten. Now press F if you're not jerking off. Frostbitten. Friday night tights.
Get him!
Frostbitten. Now press F if you're not jerking off. I see the chat. I see you in the chat. Hit an F right now. Jerking off to your girl.
It's weird.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
I am not qualified. Go ahead. Make my day.
Get him!
Call me Beaver Barbie.
Bitch, you're that goddamn ugly.
I jerked off to the dislike ratio.
I'm not hot to you.
No.
No.
What in the heck did I just walk into?
Wow. People keep confusing me for prepubescent Justin Bieber. Someone in the chat called me Eminem mid-transition. Frostbitten. Now press F if you're not jerking off. Frostbitten. Friday night tights.
Get him!
Frostbitten. Now press F if you're not jerking off. I see the chat. I see you in the chat. Hit an F right now. Jerking off to your girl. I'm standing up for all the women at G4. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Pockets, Scissors, Tape Dispenser, and filing cabinet. X-ray girl, she is a beautiful young Oriental. X-ray girl,
Give me cock. Ask them the price of cock.
X-ray girl, what is this for you to stroke your chopstick to?
Nerdrotic.com.
What's up? I really did mean hit to applause there. I did it right off the bat. Son of a bitch. What's up? Oh my God. It feels like forever since I've done a Nerdrotic Nooner. I'm still moving the office around. I brought out some of my friends here. Breaking out some Lord of the Rings. Yes, we do live in a clown world. Mrs. Nerdrotic is currently in San Francisco, California. She shot a picture of it's $7 diesel and it's $6 gas. So the price has gone down a little bit. It's only $6 there. It's like $4 here in Texas. But I do want to start out this live stream by talking just to my Californians who want to. This is kind of not directed at you beautiful, wonderful people at the chat. In the chat, although there might be some frenemies watching. My fellow Californians, Texas is a Republican hellhole. They are going to ban abortions. They're going to ban grooming children from K through 12, possibly in college. Everybody's going to own a gun within 2 years. They really like private property. They go to church. Lots of Christians running around. A lot of Jesus people running around. And weed is illegal. You'd hate it here. Don't come. Don't come. It's too late for me. It's too late for me. So I will give you the signal when everything is okay. But you know what? Unpack. Stay in California where you can get your edibles and be stoned all day and easily get your opium and end up homeless in Los Angeles on Skid Row, thanks to Pfizer, the company the liberals love so much right now that they're getting tattoos, singing songs, wanting to fuck the CEO on TikTok. Yeah. I mean, yes, there's Austin, but we have it surrounded. And Alex Jones is in Austin. Did you know that? Alex Jones is somewhere in Austin. You could run into Alex Jones. Stay away. Stay the fuck away. Now, of course, if you're coming here to fortify Texas, you're welcome. I think Texas does need to work on a fortification pack. A fortification pack that I'm willing to take. I'm not going to just say stuff that I'm not willing to do. If I have to take a blood oath, if I have to just promise not to vote for 10 years, I'll do it. I'm down. I'm here to be a Texan, not a Californian. If I have to go through an exorcism, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with anything. Brutal hazing, maybe, sure. Oh, there's lots of country music on the radio, too. You're not going to hear, Silver Sun pickups. God, it tells you how long it's been since I've listened to music regularly. There's no Silver Lake scene. I'm sure you can get avocado toast in Austin. But, yeah, Austin, by the way, horrible tornadoes. Just had horrible tornadoes all around Austin. You just don't want to come here. You really don't. Okay, message ends. Hi. So today, we're going to talk about Lord of the Rings. I know. I can't believe it. We're still talking about Lord of the Rings. We're still talking about the Rings of Power. What a shit show this has turned into for Amazon. It's fantastic, to be honest with you. It's great. It's in a time where the world is absolutely the most divisive. The one thing that brings people together, as it always has, is good storytelling. And Tolkien. Bless him. We're also going to talk about Marvel, Disney, Marvel, Disney, whatever. It's Disney, Marvel. Marvel doesn't exist anymore. Marvel died the day Disney bought it. And they're a bunch of fracking liars. I just saw the article in Bounding into Comics where the director of Moon Knight was chastising the director of Black Adam for not hiring an Egyptian. Okay. So, and then he goes on to say he hired people. He didn't hire anybody. That guy didn't hire jack shit. Kevin Feige hired people. Kevin Feige probably gave him a list of people he could pick out of people that Kevin Feige picked out. That dude didn't hire shit. I promise you. Oh, God. The things I wish I could say. I will. Like I said, I promise. June of next year. I'm dumping. I am dumping. I will get you an exact date. But right now I can't. What else are we going to do? Oh, Morbius. Apparently, Morbius is DOA. And I think Sony has a great opportunity here that we can talk about. You know, they got their Spider-Verse, right, which is what they should call it. I don't know why they're not calling it that. And they hold all the cards right now. But they're going to fuck up because of a guy named Avi Arad. Avi Arad is the one who was instrumental in getting Venom made and stuff. But he's also he's bitter. He's bitter as fuck because he feels like he started the MCU and then got booted, which is kind of what happened. And he's bitter. So like all this like talk of Sony and they're all buddies and apparently, god dang, I always forget her name. The one who looks coked out, who works for Sony. I always forget her name. But you know who I'm talking about. She hates Avia Red too. I know Midnight's Edge covered this in detail. God, we need another hack. Wouldn't it be great if it would be terrible if we had a Disney hack. That would be terrible if there was a Disney hack of emails. That would be illegal, immoral, and wrong. But we did have a hack of the Sony emails. And they're good. Just if you want a good time, want some good reading some night, go back and read them. They're still available. They're still available. Amy Pascal, thank you. God dang it. It's because I want to forget Amy Pascal. But quite frankly, Amy Pascal, Avia Red, and Tom Rothman, of all people, they're like, they were some of the most hated people 7 years ago, are now running shit better than Marvel. For now. Avia Red is the fly in the ointment. Now I'll give him this. I don't think Avia Red wants to make shit woke. I don't. But he's so bitter and angry that he's fucking shit up. And that Hollywood will always fuck shit up. I mean, the thing is, the people who are in power they're not dumb. I'm not going to come out and say they're dumb. They're just ruthless. Like, that's why I think most of us just shake our heads, get angry, spit fire at times when we see these fuckers moralizing on us. And it's like, you just stabbed your mother in the back this morning for breakfast. Not even for breakfast, for a snack. You're foul. You think Me Too cleaned up Hollywood? No, it made it worse. It made it worse. At least before Me Too, there's a little sex and coke going on. It was fun. Oh, not for everybody, okay? Not for every woman. That is terrible. That is terrible. But, there was a lot of mutual consent going on too, okay? Let's be real. There's a reason the Me Too thing just fell apart and it turned out to be mostly a scam. Started out for legitimate reasons. There is horrible men and women in Hollywood who facilitated abuse and still do. It's just a different kind. It's just a different kind. Now, anybody who it's not just Republican. It's not just centrist. It's not just libertarian. It's liberals now who are afraid to speak up in Hollywood. So much so that of late, I have been getting a lot of communications where it used to be very sparse. Like once in a while, like once a year, once 6 months. No, it's more. And, Eric July said this, so I don't want to say I'm the first, and I don't know if he's the first. He's the first person I saw calling this out. And I've been calling this out too, but he was doing it for me. You can come to us all you want. That's great. And I'll talk to you. And I'm sure, anybody in the chat, I'm sure they'll talk to some of you privately too, somewhere. I never know. But until you speak up, ain't shit gonna change. And now we are seeing legitimate breaking off, and this is probably going to be the reality. We're gonna have fragmented entertainment, and this might be for the best. I mean, it just might be for the best. Hollywood is fragmenting. Big tech will be fragmenting. And we had Daily Wire come out with Jeremy's razor. I love that commercial. We might watch it towards the end of the live stream. But yeah. So Harry's razors bent the knee to a guy with 2 followers and an anime avatar or something, some kid, because they said Daily Wire bad, man. So they backed off, and Daily Wire just made their own razor. It's not hard. I mean, it's not super hard if you have their resources. So good for them. And I think the website is IHateHarrys.com. Babylon Bee gets kicked off Twitter. So what does it do? It makes everybody share Babylon Bee articles now. Babylon Bee doesn't even need to exist on Twitter because everybody's going to share their articles now. Okay, great. What are you going to ban everybody from sharing Babylon, I'll make the commitment to sharing 1 or 2 a day. Fuck it. If we all do that, then Twitter didn't do shit. It sucks that they're not there, but we can still have them there. I even shared the article that got them banned. Nothing happened to me. So it just shows it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's also getting towards election season. But big tech, talking to you now. When the certain party you're fortifying and aligned with they see you as outliving your usefulness and they see you as a threat, which they already are starting to do, and they come after you and break you up, which Culture Casino was talking about this on his 6-minute morning thing. It's very true. So the board that oversees mergers right now is locked up 2-2 because they're waiting for somebody to get approved, and it's going to be a left-leaning board, and the person in charge don't like Amazon. They don't like Amazon. And Amazon has been supporting these people through donations, and they're going to be the ones that break your ass up. And good. Honestly, good. Honestly, fucking good. Now, of course, they'll break it up and skew it for them, and it'll be bad, of course. But no, I don't think that I don't think the MGM deal should have gone through. I don't think Disney should have been able to buy Fox. I'm against all that shit. There's laws on the books. They're circumventing them. And, I talked about a little bit in my video. There's a graphic up. You saw how many companies own all the shit, and it's a precious few. And that's bad. That's bad. And the problem with that is when they should fail, they get too big to fail. Instead of if we would have let a couple of banks fail, a couple, decade or so ago, things would be different. Things would be different. You have to let things fail. Now, Disney, and Comcast have bought themselves out of failure. They haven't innovated shit. They've bought themselves out of failure, and then they've made a failure of the successes they purchased. Amazon's doing the same shit. I want to show you a picture. Am I a little off? God damn it. Something happened. Yeah, I'm just going to be a little off. My computer decided to do an update. So my audio's, I'm going to look like an Asian film for a minute. Let me see if I can, maybe I can fix it in a second. But let me show you this picture first. Boop, boom. Yeah, that's why I was late. My computer just decided to update, and now it's all fucked up. Great. Where are you? Where are you? There is a real gravestone for James Bond. Right after the purchase goes through. So I'm going to deactivate my cam, but I'm not going anywhere. Okay? So don't panic. Don't panic. I'm going to keep talking, though. And we'll see if this helps. It might not. So, yeah, they made a real gravestone. They made a real gravestone for James Bond. That is real. There is a video of it being put on the island where he died. And that solidifies it. That solidifies it. It's it. He's dead. James Bond is dead. They killed the franchise. I know the movie did well, but once you kill somebody on screen, once it's in people's head, it's the same thing as as killing a character in comics. They always did it to boost sales, but it ended up sometimes being a net loss because it was an out for people. It was an out for people. It's going to be much different with films because it's not going to be anything like the James Bond. Now, what should they do? They should, if they reboot James Bond, they should make it a period piece. They should throw it back to the 60s. It'll be a ton of fun. It'd be more accurate. They could like maybe accurately adapt some of the books, but we know they're not going to do that. We know they're not going to do that. Shit, it didn't help. What the fuck? God damn it. That's interesting why that all of a sudden started out of nowhere. Well, we'll fix it somehow fix it in the upload. I'm not really sure how we're going to do that. Okay. So we have a dead James Bond. I just said we need some more gravestones for some more franchises because they're fucking dead too. But James Bond is dead. James Bond is dead. So let's see who's here. We got Ellen Jacobson, Don M, Talion, Liger Fan, Error 404, which I'm feeling right now. Jens Anderson of the Tauri. I can never pronounce that. Tauri. Gamer Word. Hello, Gamer Word. Feberevsky. Fat Elvis is here. Beloved and his sparrow. Greetings. Survived the snap. Marvel didn't survive the snap. Demi Moore's tapeworm. What's up? Hello from below. Gary, who's your favorite superhero? Besides me, of course. Currently? Daredevil. 19, but that's just based on reading old comics. I don't like any of the new shit. I think it's all garbage written by hacks. Clip. Preserving Light. Mark Evans. Mark Taylor. Juice Cannon, 84. American Legend. 0RYUJ. Bastard. D. R.I.P. James Bond. That's right. C-Dub. Dan M. Corey. Ozzy's Robots. Power Forged and Bio. Oh, I don't even know what the Bio. No, I'm just going to say Bio, man. That hurts my brain. Harvey Weinstein is here. Yeah, you ruined everything, buddy. Mr. Baggins, 88. It's Master Baggins. Master Baggins. That's right. They edited that out. It's Master. It's not Mister. What do we got here? Nicolas Cage's debt has finally been paid, and he's back in action, baby. He recently said he's leaving Disney and big Hollywood behind, and making another Disney film would be terrifying. Hail to the raging Cage. I love him. Thank you, J.C. Miller, for $19.99. It's so sad that he had to sell his Action Comics #1. I feel that one right here. I feel that one right here. Yeah, the only way to fix this would be to restart the stream, by the way, folks, which I'm not going to do. So hopefully it can be fixed on the upload. Sorry if it's annoying. It annoys me too. Oh, right. Let's go. Let's go. Here. What the fuck? I'm reading Az's tweet. The humiliation is real. I'm making my own sandwiches. Male struggle. I'm so sorry. I'm making my own sandwiches too. My wife's out of town. Oh yeah, we got Variety posting out this. Oh, great. Now, what the fuck? Okay, we're probably going to have to restart the stream now. Nothing's fucking working. What the fuck's going on? Okay. Nope. No, you lying sacks of shit. And by the way, Marvel feeds them this stuff, okay? Variety just does what Daddy Disney Marvel tells them to do. Wrong. And I just put up an example in my video. Honestly, I don't know, because there could be some rando hero, fucking Sinbad. There could be some DC character. I don't fucking know. I don't know every superhero ever made. And I owned a comic shop, okay? So I just put up one example that I could think of. There's a couple. There's 6 Muslim affiliated characters that came out before Miss Marvel, years before Miss Marvel. So that's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. But they're going to push it just like Black Panther was the first black person to ever be in a movie or exist. Nothing happened before 2016. It's all bullshit. And they feel so strongly about this series that they're releasing it a week into Kenobi. How would you feel as, I don't know, let's just say the creatives on Miss Marvel, whomever they are? There's a lot of people. Kevin Feige announced them in that Disney thing, investors meeting a couple of years ago. And how would you feel? Like they're all like, we're going to put a bunch of Muslim people in a thing made by Muslim people, and we're going to put Kenobi over it. You're going to be the test, and they're going to come out, well, we always thought, our streaming service could handle 2 series being released at a time. We just decided to do it with Miss Marvel and Kenobi. It's perfectly random. It has nothing to do with, we think this is shit. And we never really truly believed in it. We just felt like we had to make it for our ESG score. Because I'm guessing that's probably closer to the truth. I was watching Anthony Cumia yesterday, and this is going to all kind of be somewhat related. At least it relates in my mind. I don't know if it'll relate to you. But I was watching Compound Media yesterday. By the way, love Anthony Cumia, the real king of all media. Real motherfucker. A real motherfucker who got canceled for nothing, by the way. He was part of cancel culture, got fired off of Opie and Anthony over some stupid controversy, right? All his friends, well, a lot of his friends bailed him, including Bill Burr. Everybody loves to deify Bill Burr. I've never been one of those guys. I mean, I like a couple things that he says, but Bill Burr's a pussy. Yeah, you heard me. Pussy. Bails on his friend Anthony Cumia. So Anthony Cumia tells the story. He's talking to Gab McGinnis. A great fucking show yesterday, by the way. I think it's like $6 to subscribe over there. And I'm not getting paid for that. I'm a subscriber over there. I've been subscribed for years. Chrissy's over there, too, with the Wet Spot. She's got a show over there, too. Chrissy Mayer. You know, #1 best-selling Chrissy Mayer. So he's telling the story of how he got canceled, and then his friend, Keith, the cop, wanted him to kind of smooth things out. Now, if you're not familiar with the controversy, I think it had something to do with he was taking pictures in the middle. He was just taking pictures in New York. Somebody got into a picture. They got into a fight. Somebody thought he said an N-word. And then he got fired from Opie and Anthony off Sirius XM, which he felt like he was gonna happen to him anyway, but like he got canceled. It was done. Opie didn't stand up for him because he's a punk, and Bill Burr didn't stand up for him. So his friend Keith tries to work shit out between him and Bill Burr, and they sit down and they're like, Anthony's talking about how humiliating it was, like how fucking he's like, I didn't want to be there. Bill Burr didn't want to be there, and Bill Burr just went, man, we know why you're here, but like, I can't work with you professionally again. That's it, and bails. The big badass shouting down, shooting down the PC culture, Bill Burr. The one who didn't defend Gina Carano by name, by the way. Because Bill Burr thinks he's going to have an acting career in Hollywood, playing Boston guy all the time? Not really sure. Don't see the range there. I'm the edgy, badass comedian Bill Burr who said, I can no longer work with you professionally again. Fuck that. These are the kind of people moralizing to us, who won't stand behind friends, drop them in a fucking second. And I mean friends. We're not talking about acquaintances here. We're not talking about people who fucking did a couple of shows together or something like that. Like, you know, if you're not friends, it's a different story, kind of, you know? And still, if you're like one of those people, I don't know, who helped your career, hung out on radio shows together, has a persona of being like this rebel comedian. Yeah, these are the same motherfuckers who come out and moralize to us and push these fucking lies. And I mean, it's worse at Lucasfilm. The one thing I don't know this about the Marvel Studios organization, but I'd say at least they're not as bad as Lucasfilm. You know, you don't really hear too many creatives going out and attacking fans, coordinating with other websites to write hit pieces. I mean, maybe I'm just not aware. I mean, if you know, like, listen, Kevin Feige runs a tighter ship than Kathleen Kennedy. That's a fact. That's a fact. But he's turning into her pretty quick. Like I said, Kevin Feige had this, he let this happen. It's not like he ever said it, but he let this happen. Like, there was this persona back in the day that this man was like a comic book reader. He knew the comic books. Like, he went to comic shops and bought the comics when they came out. Not true. Absolutely not true. He actually went on a Star Wars podcast and said he was a bigger Star Wars fan. Do I think he was angling for Star Wars at the time? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Kevin Feige doesn't get to where he is being a gosh golly good guy in Hollywood. That just don't fucking happen. I'm not saying like he's Harvey Weinstein, although he does seem to like Brie Larson quite a bit. Maybe not so much anymore. Maybe not so much. Maybe the shine is worn off. Maybe the spell is lifted. I don't know. Brie's getting canceled by her own people, which is like great. She's getting into NFTs and the metaverse. A fucking metaverse, dude. I was reading up on that because I just don't care. But like, I guess Facebook went all in on that. Who would do that? I don't know, whatever. But yeah, these are the people moralizing. We got the same people telling us to, what is it now? I guess that was from the Bloomberg op-ed. Kill our dogs, eat fucking bugs or lentil. I don't know. Don't drive your car on Sunday. Meanwhile, we're going to take our private jet everywhere. We're going to have our 6th Tesla delivered to us soon. And it's going to be worse when the Oscars come out. It's going to be so. This is going to be possibly the worst Oscars ever. Amy fucking Schumer is hosting the Oscars with 2 other dipshits. Yeah, I'm going to be all over this. I'm going to be all over it. And there isn't a movie that anybody gives a fuck about. I mean, this is Hollywood in a nutshell. The movie that saves their ass, Spider-Man No Way Home, doesn't get dick. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I have noticed a lot of people talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. It's kind of drowned out a little bit of that Batman talk. Interesting. Just pointing something out, that's all. Just pointing something out. But yeah, they lie. They feed Variety false information. Variety was fed information from Amazon too. That, you know, the first article that they put out that they decided to attack the fans in like the 4th paragraph. Same company that came out against parents, Disney, fed them this information. That's a lie. That was a massive protest yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. Days bleeding into each other. Massive. 5s of 10s of people were out misrepresenting a bill. And again, if you want to know about the bill after this live stream, go check out our friend Nick Ricada. Did a video on it that breaks it down pretty good, I think. I'm going to have to believe him. He's a lawyer. Now, out of all of the YouTubers in our sphere, outside of actually being a lawyer, I've probably had the most contact with lawyers back in the early days. But that was criminal. That was criminal. Talk about Lord of the Rings in just a second here. Why is Paramount trending? Oh, Halo. Variety says Halo series is scaling Paramount Mountain at the right time. I heard it's a giant piece of shit. I'm going to watch it. I mean, I don't play the game, so I don't know. Oh, boy. I don't care. I was looking for the Lord of the Rings thing, which I'll get to after your question. Oh, yeah. This is from Uber Geek from a couple days ago. That's right. I'm doing this by. Well done, Uber Geek. Well done. The Uber Geek. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast, says, but, I thought Howard the Cuck was the king of all menials. How, oh God, Akumia ripped him yesterday. It was great. Oh my, I was loving it. Him and Gavin McGinnis. I might say Gavin Newsom accidentally, but I mean Gavin McGinnis. Fucking roasted him for like 20 minutes. He apparently lives in this giant fucking mansion with like one other person. It's like a 27-room mansion with one other person, and he hasn't left it for 2.5 years. Howard was always kind of a germaphobe. I mean, he always talked about it back in the day, and he must be in like his own personal hell. He's a sellout. I don't give a fuck. Craster Hale for $10 says, watching from South Africa and loving the content. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you. Sorry, the audio, it seems to be getting a little better. Sorry, the audio was out of sync. I apologize. South Africa, be careful. Be careful, man. I mean, like, I only hear things from, I'm not there. It might be fine. But some of the stuff we've heard from your country, be careful. I'm just going to say be careful. But you probably say that about us. It's like, oh, shit. Isn't there always like a shootout on every corner in America? Only in Chicago, Oakland, San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, Atlanta, Detroit. Am I missing? Washington, Portland, or I'm sorry, Seattle, Portland, Washington, D.C. Only in those places, Dallas. But those are actual shootouts because it's Texans. Everybody's got a fucking gun here. I'm forgetting a big city. It's too hot in Phoenix. It's just fucking. They're like, no, we're not going to do it. It's too hot in Phoenix. No, there's some good parts of certain cities. Okay, I don't mean to diss everybody. Like Dallas, like there's a lot of cool people who live in Dallas. Oh, I heard. Yeah, I gotta. We'll read the article what Tom King did to Guy Gardner. I mean, like, are you surprised? Tom King is like a month away from transitioning. I'm just saying. Okay, he's a month away from transitioning. Do not be surprised if you see Tom King transition. Just saying. There's something going on there. There's something going on there. Boy ain't right. The boy ain't right. Thank God he's not in the CIA anymore. Cody S. for $1 says, Gary, this is on the donation side, by the way. Gary, what can you tell me about McFarlane character Hunt? Seems like a character I can get into like a Danny Fonto and Space Ghost. He also, did you see the video of McFarlane explaining why he can't sell all girl figures in the boys' toys? Yeah. So to paraphrase what McFarlane said is you can't sell a lot of female action figures and girls. And we're talking about general. There's going to be going, I'm a girl and I've got action figures. You are in the minority. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Nobody says you can't. Nobody's saying you can't. Most of you don't. That's just a fact. I'm sure the toy companies would love to sell more figures to half the population. They would. They just don't. After decades and decades and decades. And quite frankly, toys don't sell the way they used to. Kids aren't buying toys. I probably would argue that most of them are being bought by 18 to 49 demo now. Parents are probably buying their kids toys and they're like, video game. That's just my guess. It's been 8.5 years since I retailed, but it's been based on my experience, and I would know. I would defer to Todd McFarlane, the man who's been more successful selling toys than he was in comics. Got the sports licenses. Got movie licenses. He even had Star Trek for a minute, but then it didn't sell, so he told him to fuck off, which was great. Kurtzman Trek. And he managed to make 2, and they're hanging on my wall. A Picard and a Kirk. Kirk's obviously the superior captain. Always has been. But, so what he said is, girls don't buy, we don't make a lot of female action figures. We make some, but quite frankly, they just don't sell. We saw example after example. How many Rose Ticos did we see? How many Rays did we see? I remember when Toys R Us was going out of business, they had the A-Force pack. Remember the Avengers A-Force pack, everyone? It was all female superheroes. Fucking stack of them in the clearance aisle that nobody wanted to touch for $4. $4. You could have got like 9, it's 8 or 9 fig. I can't remember, 5, 8, 9, something like that. It was a lot. $4. They couldn't sell them. They couldn't fucking sell them. She-Hulk was in there. Marvel Legends too. Now I think it was the Hasbro Marvel Legends, which are quite frankly shit compared to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Let's be real. Toy Biz was legendary. Missed that company. Yeah. So then he went on to say, he was doing an analogy. He was doing a joke, basically saying, parents came home, bought him a doll, and the kid goes, hey, yeah, were there any monsters? Oh, yeah, there was monsters. Was there any G.I. Joes? Tons of G.I. Joes. Any aliens? Tons of alien zombies. Yeah, he said zombies. And you bought me a doll? Yeah. And he said something like, that's how serial killers are made or something. It's a funny joke. It's probably true. Of course, Heather Antos, who I'm blocked by, tweeted, oh my God, Tom and Fallon so gross. Bitch, shut up. Go away. Go fuck up another publisher. You tried to get a job at DC. They won't have you. They will not have you. IDW is being propped up by Marvel, and I think it's on fumes. I think they pulled the plug on that. You have no more offices. Image has no more offices. Marvel encourages people to work from home. DC just downgraded to like a working space, but everything's great. Everything's great. We have no actual numbers in the comic book industry now because Diamond doesn't distribute DC or Marvel. So these are conflated and lost in Penguin and whatever two people are shipping out. What a nightmare. And you know what's funny? You know what's fucking funny? I brought this up at a retailer summit in 2003. 2003. I said, wow, Diamond's a monopoly. It was my first year in the business, and I'm like, Diamond's a monopoly. This is unsustainable. This is not good. Competition inspires innovation. And the first thing I noticed was Diamond was using a DOS-based program in 2002 for their ordering at the time. Yes, DOS. Fucking DOS. And I'm like, what is this shit? You know, I came from the auto industry where they keep shit up to date, you know, and I'm like, DOS? Really? Like, these are nerds. These are fucking nerds. This is a nerd industry, and you're running on DOS. Okay. So I go to the meeting, and I'm like, excuse me, new comic shop owner here. Why is Diamond a monopoly? And they shut up. Basically told me to shut up. I'm like, well, this isn't sustainable. This is going to be bad. And then I learned that it was just a stagnant industry just being propped up by the direct market. And I mean, it probably worked for a while. It did. It didn't grow, though. Amazing Spider-Man does not sell as many Amazing Spider-Mans as it did 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That's not a strong industry. If you're not selling more floppy Amazing Spider-Man comics now than you were in 1994, that's bad. Oh, it's doing great. I mean, each comic costs $7, and we have 57 variants for each one. So you basically, if you don't buy comic books, you're buying the same comic book 57 times. They just put a different cover on it to get the speculators to buy it up so they can flip it on eBay or keep it thinking it's going to be valuable. And I promise you it won't be for the most case. For the most case, you're just buying you're buying an art piece. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Conflating numbers with manga, which they are doing, by the way, with children's books, which they are doing, by the way, and they have for a while. They've padded, falsified, fortified their numbers for years. And it's to basically trick their parent companies, because their parent companies don't get into the details. They just see the bottom line, and the bottom line is dollars, and that's all they care about. But the question is, are there more readers? Actual readers. Are there good stories? Is this story driven, or is it variant driven and art driven and gimmick driven? And I like the gimmicks. I fucking loved the 90s. I loved my chromium covers and my embossed covers and my fucking Ramones cassettes that came in the fucking polybagged Spider-Man books. I loved it all. I did. But there were still good stories. It was story driven. Isn't story driven now? It's propaganda driven. You got, well, maybe not. Sana Amanat, Manamana, Bam, Bam, Bam. Fucking Perry's great. Made it a lifestyle brand. And we're going to talk about Miss Marvel fighting an evil landlord and white privilege. And the art has gone downhill. The writing has gone downhill. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. It's not all because it went woke, but it's mostly because of that. So they can't pay very well anymore because the comics don't sell that well anymore. So they get work girlfriends, hack fucking alternative press writers and artists who write shit like fucking Blankets and whatever. Yeah, yes, there's a book called Blankets. It's fucking considered like one of the greatest independent books ever. It bored the shit out of me personally. A lot of those books are, yeah, they're about relationships and they're like stick figures that look sad. I fucking could give a fuck about any of that. And I couldn't. I lived in San Francisco. I'm like, let the other edgy comic stores sell the sad stick figures. I'll sell the superheroes. I'll be the dude bro of San Francisco. No problem. I will be the dude bro. Dude bro, superheroes. Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, I'll do it. Instead of being, oh my God, my sourdough was just a little off today. And the avocado was just slightly bad. Oh my God, look at this. It's Blankets. It's stick figures that are sad. Look, we got the latest lesbian book in. It's a lesbian on a unicycle. More stick figures looking sad. Yeah. None of that shit was interest me. So, but that's what the industry is now. That's what the industry is. They cast writers. They're all, look at all the colors we've got out there. That's exactly what they're saying. Like, look at all these colors that we hired. Aren't we great? Then you go home, the bankers who run the company go home to their private homes in Malibu behind their gates. And it's like, what a racket. We just hire all these colors and then we get like this ESG score that raises our credit? Holy shit. We don't even have to make anything good. There's enough people out there who like Marvel who will just take the shit that we shovel at them all fucking day long and we don't even have to put like any effort in it. We don't even have to write a fucking story. And there's these things out there called Marvel stands, and there's like bots that'll attack anybody who says anything bad about this. This is fucking great. I'm going to count some money. Maybe call somebody to hire a couple more colors to make us look good. I really liked the comic. The comics were my favorite thing. They were my favorite thing. I loved them. They were great. It was fandom was a fun place. It was a great place. I used to love to go to Comic-Con, hang out, have fun, look at all the cool shit. The giant Lego Batman, fucking full-size X-Wing fighter. You know, shit was cool. Like even shitty movies had these like awesome fucking displays at Comic-Con. What was it? The shitty Lost Boys sequel, The Frog Brothers, had a full trailer on the floor at Comic-Con. They had cool shit. Harold and Kumar. There was a White Castle at fucking Comic-Con. I never even heard of White Castle. I was from the West Coast. I'm like, what the fuck's a White Castle? Now I know. Those were fun. It was fun. Now, You know, even the last trip to Comic-Con, you know, I was with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and we're walking down the floor, and like people were cool to us, but we were also getting some. It's like, oh, that's not fun. It's part of the job, but it's not fun. You know, and like I know people. I don't know if they're still around, but I mean, I knew people at Comic-Con. I've been going there for years. I had booths there for many years. I had a booth. As a matter of fact, Brian Hibbs fucked up my booth. If you want to know like what's behind our falling out, it was him being a complete fucking asshole. That's what it was. I mean, I wasn't living my best life either. Okay, let's just say that. I think I was days sober, but he took every advantage of that. And like a good businessman would. But again, these are the same people who want to moralize at you. Todd McFarlane is, I would say, one of the very few modern comic guys, and I mean, like that's how far back I'm going. Like modern, that I would call a legend. Like I would put him up there more for his business practices than Spawn, to be honest with you. But I loved his art. I fucking fell in love with his art. His art in Spider-Man and the Hulk is the shit. I love his style. I love everything. I like the guy. I like his fucking bravado and his balls. So I would put him up there with John Byrne and Roy Thomas. I would. Dude's a legend in my eyes. He does some stupid shit too. Bought the like the Mark McGuire ball for too much money, but that might still be worth money. And yeah, he wants to make like a $10 million woke Spawn. That's fucking stupid. He shouldn't do that. But yeah, dude, Spawn, the animated series on HBO, is unequaled. It's the shit. It is good. It is great. It is great. I would say it's top 3 animated comic thing ever. You got Max Fleischer, Superman, Batman, the animated series. I'd say Spawn is right up there, dude. X-Men, the animated series. It's good shit. It's on HBO Max if you have it. But then we got Tom King. Somebody did something to Tom King's pee-pee. I don't know what it was, but it scarred him for life. Floydian Freak for $5 says, Tom King strikes back, destroyed Guy Gardner, both literally and figuratively in the most disgusting way. This is X-Men green level bad, in my opinion. Now I got to read about it. And it's probably because it's Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner is looked at as, well, hang on. I got a Guy Gardner on my wall. He's right up there. You can't see him. Hang on. Maybe you can. If we go to the main... No, you can't. You can't see. But there's a Guy Gardner on my wall. DC made like a Mego-ish type of one. Yeah, he's considered like I'm sure he's looked at as a Trump supporter, Green Lantern. So they probably had him, anally raped or something. If fucking Tom King's a sick dude. He's a sick dude. He's also a shitty writer. And the smartest thing Warner Brothers has done, and I think it was purely by accident, was fucking firing Tom King and Ava DuVernay off of the New Gods. And I think it was just a trick to get back to Marvel, because Marvel wants to like steal all of DC's ideas and do them first, and they finally got them. They're like, okay, we're gonna do New Gods. Oh, they did it. They did the Eternals. They fucking did it. Okay, pull it back. And then Marvel followed through on the Eternals. That's the way I play it out in my head. It plays out so much better as it was giant fucking troll. You know, and then Spider-Man No Way Home comes out and they're like, motherfucker. Thank you for the $5, Floydian Freak. I was just listening to Animals last night. Did you ever see Majid Nawaz on Joe Rogan? Yes, I did. He talked about the time his Egyptian prison. He was in an Egyptian prison for his radical groups conspiring to attempt a coup in Egypt, during which he read Lord of the Rings, and Amazon thinks Lord of the Rings is not inclusive. What a joke. Vicidius for $30. Thank you for the $30, by the way. Lord of the Rings is inclusive. It's got dwarves, it's got hobbits, it's got elves, different kinds of elves, by the way. It's got men, different kinds of men. Trolls, orcs, goblins. It's very diverse. Easterlings, diverse. It's diverse. It's one story. It does not need to reflect the entire world. It needs to reflect itself. The story needs to reflect itself. What's it matter? It's just make believe. Then make your own fucking story. It does matter because what Amazon paid for is us. Okay? It's us. They like to frame it like they bought the characters and all that. But I can go and create 5,000 characters tomorrow. Amazon's not going to give me $250 for them. You know what? It's us. We make it valuable. We are the built-in audience. Otherwise, they would create their own story. So don't ever let them forget that. Marvel is valuable because we made it valuable, not Disney. The creatives who created Spider-Man, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, going on to Roy Thomas, Sal Buscema, even psychos like Bill Sienkiewicz. You know, these are the guys who created stuff that people liked, and then we made it valuable. Why isn't the Shadow? I'm sorry, Razor Fist, I'm sorry. I know you love the Shadow. I love the Shadow too, but I'm just making a point here. Why isn't the Shadow as valuable as Spider-Man? Is it because the Shadow isn't like as good of a character? Not necessarily. The Shadow's a pretty good character. Pretty kick-ass character. Shadow probably should be as valuable as Batman and Spider-Man if you want to look at the characteristics, especially since some Batmans were taken from the Shadow. Or, in fact, Zorro. It's because not enough people like it. That's why it's not more valuable. It's not that it's a better character. People will argue Spider-Man's a better character than the Shadow. Some people will argue differently, like Razor Fist, vehemently, and bless him for it. I love that guy. It's you and I. It's you and I. So just remind him of that. And when Disney, when Amazon and Disney go out and betray audiences in very different ways, sit on your wallet. Now, can we cut them entirely out of our lives? Well, I mean, realistically, maybe. I mean, who knows how much they own? But I would say with Disney for sure, don't plan a trip to Disney World. Don't go to Disney World. Go to Universal. Just go to Universal. It's easy. That part's easy. They get a lot of money from the parks. Just don't go to the parks. They're overpriced anyway. Oh, but the kids love them. The kids will be fine. Tell you what, I've been a parent. I've been dumb enough to take a toddler to fucking Disneyland who doesn't remember it, enjoy it, fucking hates it most of the time. It's a miserable experience for everyone. We're like, oh, their first trip to Disneyland. And they're just like, oh my fucking God, there's a giant rat and this giant thing with the fucking yellow bill and there's people screaming and yeah. No, don't take little baby boo-boo or the 2-year-old to fucking Disneyland. They're not enjoying it. And then you're giving people money who like Disney bent the knee so fast to like nobody essentially nobody. If you want to look at the population of the country or even how many employees they have and how many people showed up, it was not even 2%. And they bent the knee to 2%. They've just told half the country to fuck off for maybe 2%. I think I might be overestimating a little bit. And you want to know why this 2% can get away with it? Because a bunch of the people that they hate are paying for it. Paying for it. Now, I stopped. I did. I stopped buying comic books. I don't buy action figures of any sideshow things secondhand. It's all secondhand. Yeah, it still gets paid for, but my conscience is clean. It's all secondhand. Movies, it's hard to, it's like sometimes I will buy a ticket to another movie. I will, unless I got to reserve the seat. But I think it's a net positive. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I'm going to say it's a good movie. I don't think there's any danger of that happening anytime soon, but I could be wrong. As far as Lord of the Rings goes, so Amazon got MGM. It's been finalized. It can be stopped at some point. It doesn't look like Amazon's too worried about that. They're going to go right ahead. Yes, they could go out and make a fucking Hobbit TV series tomorrow. They could. But they couldn't do a movie. I don't think they can do a movie yet. Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing if they tried to do a movie, I'm guessing if they even try to do a series, Warner Brothers will come in and say they have some stake in this. Now, do they? I don't know. But Warner Brothers definitely still has, in their minds, distribution rights to Lord of the Rings. And don't be surprised if you hear Warner Brothers putting something in motion pretty soon. They've got the animated feature, but I'm thinking Hollywood, the big smart Hollywood. I know Robert Meyer Burnett loves his town, and he says, no, we create trends. No, it's where they go to fucking die. Hollywood has been sitting on Lord of the Rings for fucking 2 decades, and they haven't done shit with it. And I'm grateful. I am truly grateful. But they've been sitting on a fucking gold mine, and they haven't done shit with it because they're stupid, because they're fucking dumb as a bag of hammers. That's why. These bankers don't understand shit. Oh, Hollywood's so innovative. And maybe it would be, but it's hard to be innovative with like daggers in your back all the time. Vasidius, thank you for the $30. Thank you for the $30. Is it caught up yet? It's kind of caught up. Yeah. Oh, it's weird. It's blinking now. Yeah, that's Streamlabs. It just updated and fucked shit up. Sorry about that. Oh, Morbius. Apparently there's a rumor going around that Morbius, like Michael Keaton's not going to be in Morbius. I guess he's in it. I'll just say that. He's in it. He is in it. But I heard it's just shit. And I heard that they're like making it a separate thing. And I'm guessing it had something to do with its quality. And I'm guessing it has to do with all the plans changing because of the success of Spider-Man No Way Home. So there's a lot of moving and shaking going on behind the scenes because of Spider-Man No Way Home. And that moving and shaking, I won't say where I heard this. That moving and shaking is happening separately. There's some Disney Marvel moving and shaking, and there's some Sony moving and shaking. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? If you were Sony, why share? Why? Marvel's like, they're on their way down. What do we got coming out this year? Okay, Doctor Strange, admittedly, to a normie, it's going to look very interesting. And I like the character of Doctor Strange. I love Sam Raimi. I absolutely love Sam Raimi. And will always, no matter what happens in this movie, I'll always love Sam Raimi. Just that's not going to change. I mean, like, it'll probably be like his Oz film, you know, just director for hire. Lots of reshoots. And it's going to be about like an angry and bitter fucking Scarlet Witch. And I'm tired of righteous anger women in fucking Marvel films. It got tired a long time ago. And if there's a bait and switch in Moon Knight, which it looks like there might be, if the female character in Moon Knight does not end up a superhero by the end, I will be surprised. Just saying that. I will be surprised. And I could be surprised. I could be wrong. It's cool. But yeah, there's all kinds of craziness going on. And there's also the China factor. China. It's interesting that China is not releasing any Disney films. China also, Drunk 3PO, shout out Drunk 3PO, reported on this. Shanghai Disney and Hong Kong Disney have closed due to the coof. Batman didn't do that well over there. Uncharted didn't do that well over there. Now they're blaming it on partially on the coof and partially on limited theaters or some shit like that. Yeah, there's something weird going on. Something strange going on. So a lot of moving and shaking going on. And, you wonder if we're way past the time of Hollywood figuring out that maybe we should just tell good stories and not be woke. We're past that time. Now, I don't think they've figured it out. I think the Oscars will be very telling if they figured it out or not. And we already know the answer considering who they hired. I just think it Lord of the Rings might be the, I don't know if it's going to be, I don't think it'll be as big as Star Wars. I just don't. Because it's not in the theaters. Star Wars is way more for there's more normies into Star Wars than there is Lord of the Rings fans. But I think they underestimated. Hell, it surprised me, like how many Lord of the Rings fans who have read the books are out there. And if you haven't read the books yet, well, if you want something good to do, read the books. There is audiobooks. There is a new audiobook of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, read by Andy Serkis. It's pretty good. There's also the old one, which is really good too. Read by, I'm forgetting his name, Robert Englis. That one's good too. There is the BBC radio series from 1981 starring Ian Holm. That's very, very good. All of this is available everywhere. Everywhere. If you're looking for something good, like something in the background while you're doing something, it's really good. So we're waiting on a regular trailer from The Rings of Power. It's going to be out in 5 months. 5 months. So I figure we get a trailer, I'd say towards the end of this. I'd say towards the end of April. It's just a guess. I could be wrong. Could come out tomorrow. All I know is you haven't seen shit when it comes to the diversity has only just begun. When we see that black Numenorian queen. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Inakmaman for $5 says, speaking of adults buying toys and Marvel Legends, I went shopping the other day. Every time I do, I see there's a line of Age of Apocalypse figures. I imagine you could care less, but the series came out when I was 5 or 6. Blew my mind. And then there's a part 2, and I don't know where it is. It says 1 of 2, Inakmaman. I don't know where it went. Hang on. There it is. No, that's not it. Huh. Maybe I need to refresh it. Hang on. I will refresh it. Enoch Maman. Oh, there it is. Okay. And this is for $10 more. Thank you. I have collected all the comics because of the nostalgia. Now, because of how Disney has treated me and all the fans, I refuse to buy their products. I genuinely feel aching in my heart every time I walk past. I won't give them, but it still hurts. Part 2 of 2. Yeah, just I don't either. I saw the other day. I saw a Tron figure. I was like, "That's awesome." Not fucking buying it. Not buying it. Nope. I'll wait. Someday I'll see it at a thrift store or something. I'll get it. Not that important to give them money. Listen, something had to have been changing. It has been widely reported that Iger and Chapek don't like each other. And if I was Chapek, I'd be fucking pissed that Iger, by the way, Iger showed support for the bill before Chapek made a statement. Now, I know it's in motherfucking Iger's contract to shut the fuck up. Because anything he says will, I know it is. And Iger's just out there doing his fucking thing. Iger is a moron. He's a weatherman. He read off a teleprompter. This fucker gave notes on Mandalorian. Can you imagine that shit? Whatever. I thought he was going to run for president. He's the one who invited all this shit in the door. And I'm not like this Bob Chapek's going to save everything either. They're all fucking businessmen. They're going to go whichever way they need to go to remain businessmen. So they're not going to be on our side, okay? Bob tried to do something normal once, and look what happened to him. By the way, what happened to him was nothing. He just bent the knee. But, hey, all you folks who spoke up at Disney, you'll all be gone within a year. Hope you know that. You're all going to be gone very quietly in a year. They will be watching you. The HR department will be watching your every fucking move. Trust me. You will be gone. Pixar is Pixar in name only. John Lasseter is over at Skydance. And he's plucking all the good talent. So he's getting his revenge for being, Me Too'd out of there for what? Giving hugs or whatever. Like, maybe being mean. And the latest Pixar movie went straight to fucking streaming. What does that tell you? Robert Lewis for $10. Thank you. Says, my short story about rejected from a literary magazine. I expected it, but it's still a bummer. I sent it to another magazine, and I'd await the next rejection. I'm a male man, and I've been working on that story for almost 15 years, still working on the progress. Good. Don't give up. That's the thing, is don't ever, ever, ever give up. I might put it on Nerdrotic Live. Somebody asked me to do something, and I don't know, I don't know if it'll work or not, but somebody asked me to do a stream on how to stream. So I'll do my best. I mean, Ask Ninja, fucking Pokimane, Cenk Uger's dipshit nephew. They get huge numbers, and I don't know why. Well, I know why with Pokimane. She's cute. Well, she looks cute. She's cute to some people, not to me. And Ninja's like Fortnite or whatever, so I get that too. But yeah, sure, I'll do it. But what my whole point is, keep working. So the whole thesis is, I started live streaming and I just kept live streaming. I live stream a lot. Kept practicing. And plus, I was podcasting before I even got on YouTube for years. At the comic shop, I started podcasting in 2009. Did my first live stream from the store in 2010. Did live streams from the Florida Comic Con 2011, 12, 13. So I was always into this shit. And it was always in relation to my store. It was just like to throw on my website or whatever. But yeah, just keep at it. That's all. Persistence. Endeavor to persevere. One of my favorite lines from my favorite Westerns, The Outlaw Josie Wales. Robert Lewis. Thank you once again for the $10. Let's see, knock them on. Okay, we're going to get to Sim Inkslayer. Says, check out the Tales of the Natverse #2 on Indiegogo. More metal than heavy metal anthology series with the power Ginger and a lead character, green hair babe. Is she got green skin? I got a thing for green skin girls. It's weird. It's weird. Yo, Gary, Moon Knight might have IPs in their work. Disney will tarnish Blade and other original characters. P.S. Scarlet Witch will never beat Strange. Says Karma for $5. She might. I tell you what. Here's how it's going to play out in the movie. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. But it'll play out just like it did in Ragnarok. We'll have the uber powerful Scarlet Witch who will end up defeating herself in Doctor Strange movie. Thor had to trick somebody into defeating Hela instead of him directly defeating Hela, which he should have done. The reason they didn't do that is because they want to have big, strong, female, powerful villains to show women can be villains too, but we can't have them fighting men directly for too long. What happened in Falcon Winter Soldier? Who ended up killing the big bad? Was it Falcon? Was it the Winter Soldier? It was Sharon fucking Carter. That, my friends, is MCU. What was Loki? MCU. What was Hawkeye? MCU. What was WandaVision? MCU. What was half of What If? MCU. Kevin Feige wants more more female superheroes than male superheroes. But can Kevin Feige define a woman? Obviously, he's not. Well, I don't know. Maybe Kevin Feige is a biologist. Somebody should ask him. The Shadow Amazon that bred them can only mock. It cannot make not a real thing of its own. I don't think it gave life to the orcs. It only ruined them and twisted them. J.R.R. Tolkien. Yes, it did not give life. So Magor or Melkor was jealous. He was a jealous being, and he was jealous that his contemporaries were given the ability to create life. Even one of them went and created life on his own behind the back of LOTR and was allowed to keep them. The dwarves. But Melkor was jealous, and he could not create life, so he would distort it and destroy it. And he would do it to the most beloved, the elves. It's read the Silmarillion. Yeah, it reads like the Bible. It does. It's got some fucking metal shit in it, though. Unbelievable fucking metal shit. And I'm telling you, The Lord of the Rings is not the most destructive, badass story in the whole Legendarium. Not by a long shot. Would I have loved to have seen Tolkien, just write out the whole War of Wrath? Yes. But he didn't. So The new season of Tiger and Bunny is coming out this month. It's a superhero anime. The original came out in 2011 before the Dark Age. It will be on Netflix, so I will leave it to how you want to sell it. Brown Gaijin for $10. Fuck, I don't even know what. How do you want to sell it, buddy? I don't know. I'm telling you, I count on one hand how much anime I've watched. I've watched the computer graphic Captain Herlock on Netflix. Harlock. I probably mispronounced it. And I liked it. I've watched a bit of Attack on Titan. I like it. I watched Star Blazers, Battleship Yamato, when I was a kid. Got up 5 a.m. to watch that. Fucking love that. Watched Speed Racer like every other kid did. And Parasite, the Maxim. Now, there's others that the kids, I call them the kids, at my comic store would play on the TV when I wasn't paying attention and turning it off and putting on Doctor Who. But that's it. Parasite the Maxim, very good. Love it. Came out in 2014-15. It's about some parasites that come on. They're supposed to eat people's heads and then shapeshift and take them over. So they take over the people. But one of them didn't take, so it's only this dude's hand, and he talks to his hand. There's got to be a masturbation allegory in there somewhere, I'm sure. But so be it. I like it a lot. I do. Comic Quirks for $5. Hey, you talk crap about things you hate most of the time. Can you say something you like at the moment? Didn't I just do that? I think I just did that. I'm pretty sure I just did that. I'm enjoying Patrick Troughton, Doctor Who, the Second Doctor. Love the Second Doctor. I love the Second Doctor. I am a Third Doctor fan. I like the debonair Doctor. I like Fourth Doctor too. He's the GOAT. But when I do a rewatch, I usually I'll watch a little bit of the Second Doctor and then go right to the Third Doctor. But thank you for the $5. I mean, I could go John Campea for everybody. Wow. Golly gee, everything's awesome. You know, I always heard about the Gotham Knights series. I heard that's going to be great. I've always been a Batman fan. It's got the writer from Batwoman. It's going to be zowie awesome. Just the best. It's going to be an absolute triumph. I think it's great that Netflix is charging people to share passwords during inflation and rising gas prices. Yeah. Netflix is zowie awesome. Whoopsie doopsie. Oh, shit. I knocked over all my gift bags. Excuse me. Sorry. Whoops. Don't cancel my early access, Netflix. I need to have the first opinion because I can't have the best because I have no opinion of my own. That's my John Campea impression. Any interesting Arkhaven comics? I know Chuck Dixon is working with them. I don't know off the top of my head, Matthew Millam for $5, but I know Chuck Dixon is probably one of the fucking last sane people out there in the comic book industry. So I would recommend following him, checking out his work. He's still working. He's still doing good stuff. And the guy's a legend. So I would highly recommend it. Talked to him once it was Chuck Dixon, right? I think so. I don't know if now I can't remember. I think so. We did. think it was as we talked to him. This has been on my mind for a while. What caused Comic Bros to turn on the fans and canon? Is being part of the cool kids group that enticing? Asks Mike, and he splits up his name like that. I kind of like that. For $5. Mike, it's a good question. See, this is like, I'm glad you asked that question, because there are many people out there who think that the argument's done. Like we've given out all the information. We've told everybody now knows what's going on, and we need to do the next thing. And I would argue we're not even fucking close. We're not even close. We still have good people out there going, what the fuck happened? And yes, Mike, there have been some people talking about it for years, but the thing is, those videos are down the rabbit hole now. 2017, 2018, and some people think, well, that was so 2017. No, it's not. It's the shit. Did things stop being woke? I'm sorry, did things stop being woke? Did I miss the fucking memo? Thank you, Mike. So, Mike, what happened is comic book creators largely, not all, there are some really good guys out there, guys and gals, really good ones who just love comics, who respect their fans. But there is a rather large number within the industry, which was, I figured it out when I was retailing. They're artists. They spend a lot of time alone. They don't have the best people skills in the world, not the best interpersonal skills, some pretty shit business skills. And when it's their first success, when they're young, it artificially inflates an ego, and it's a very bizarre scene. It's a scene where within your realm, your sphere of comic books, you are a rock star who will not get recognized by anybody walking down the street. 99.9% of the people on this planet will walk right by John Byrne not knowing who the fuck he is. Not knowing that guy is a comic book god. They'll walk by Roy Thomas not knowing who he is. They'll walk by Chuck Dixon not knowing who he is. They'll walk by Todd McFarlane not knowing who he is. So it's very incestuous, the scene. It's a scene. It's a scene. It's an incestuous scene filled with some good people, some mediocre people, and some fucking dirtbags. Just like any other scene, just like any other employment. But the dirtbags really hate the fans. There is a, within the access media, within comic books, there is a distaste for the fans. It's because of fragile egos. They can't handle any criticism. So they'll see everything as an attack, even if it's, hey, I just didn't like that one thing you did. And all of a sudden, you are questioning my art, peon? Don't you know how much better I am than you because I can doodle and make words on a page? You little pissant. What can you do? You can't create like I can. It's like, yeah, I can work on cars. I could flip a transmission, dude. No, I can't draw like a bunny rabbit, but I could change a transmission. I was just asking about the story, personally. Yeah, that's what a lot of it is. A lot of it is some big fucking egos. And like, hey, again, a lot of these kids had success when they were like, especially the newer generation, right? Were very young when they got this, and this is their only success. They haven't gone out and done other things. See, back in the old days, back in the day, writers, creators, and I'm talking about Hollywood, writers for fucking books, comic books, did shit before they got into art. They went to World War II. They fucking worked in a factory. You know, they did shit. They worked on a farm. Gives you a little better perspective. That's all. Not saying it's perfect. Those people can be assholes too. And you know, it's the same for everybody, but I mean, to answer your question, the reason they came out so hard against fans is because they just think they're better than them. They think they're better than us. They do. They do. Some have come out and actually said it. Newsflash. If you have to say you're better than somebody, you're not. If you have to say you're the king, you're not. If you have to say you're an alpha, you're not. Christopher B. Who's ready for Galadriel, warrior princess? Thank you for the $5. I am. Warrior Galadriel. I love that's making the rounds. That must really piss them off. God, and they're trying to lean into it and it's not working because they know they got busted. See, these hack writers who are in charge of Lord of the Rings have no fucking talent. That's why even in their interview, they said, well, we've been barred a bunch of stuff, but our name isn't on it. And we know we don't have much on IMDb. You got the job because you're fucking lickspittle yes men. And you proved your lack of talent by immediately going out and doing the most obvious thing that damn near every fucking fan predicted it. Warrior Galadriel. I bet they're going to take Galadriel and they're going to put her in armor, and she's going to be slaying fucking orcs. I mean, she's going to be fucking decapitating them and fucking disemboweling them, and their fucking intestines are going to be coming out, and she's going to wrap them around the fucking neck and hang them from the fucking trees, and then she's going to like piss standing up and go, fuck yeah! Warrior Galadriel. The original Lord of the Rings movies featured tens of thousands of orcs, which I guess represents black people now. Wouldn't that make it the most diverse movie in history, says G-Man for $10? Yeah. The fact of the matter is, you know who was playing orcs and goblins? Women. There was lots of women playing them. There was a lot of, oh my God, the Maori? A lot of Maori, a lot of Englishmen, a lot of Australians. It was quite a mix. In makeup, I couldn't really tell who they looked like. Twisted evil beings. Now, again, if somebody's seeing that as coded black, that says way more about them than it says about any of us who don't see that at all. I just see a magical creature that has been mutated and twisted. No, I don't see a black man or woman in there. How dare you say that? That's fucking horrible. That is fucking horrible. That's like saying, oh, in Harry Potter, the goblins are Jews. That's terrible. No, they're goblins. They're fucking goblins. They're not human beings. But that's how you find out. That's how you find out. Get some coffee. Got some of your coffee and drank it this morning. Been going hammer and tongs all day. Buy some. Oh, Angela Richter for $5. Thank you. Yeah, it's strong, dude. It is. Well, here's some in my dirty cup right now. It's cold. Oh my God, that last sip. It's like crack. Woo! Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Appreciate it. Is that Angela? Is that a girl? Wow. Hey, we moved up. We're at 6.8 now. 6.8. 6.8. I attribute that to Ryan not being on Friday Night Tights last week. We got a little bump in the female audience. Hi, ladies. Welcome. Hey, we respect you. We respect your sandwich skills here. We do. No. I am a feminist. I am about equal rights for women. I absolutely am. The biological kind, the one that like squirts out little kids, you know. I love it when dudes want to say they menstruate, and then my wife says, "Oh, you can fucking have it, bitch. Fuck you. None of you could fucking handle it," and she'd be right. Yeah, I could promise you, that is a woman's favorite thing to hear. Some fucking dude saying he can menstruate. Oh, you think you can, huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. I wish you well. Dante Rage for $2 says Kyle Rayner equals best Green Lantern. He would be. I think he is. Yeah. I like Kyle Rayner. I do. He's the one I read the most. He was like my, I didn't really read. The only stuff I read of Hal Jordan regularly was when he died, when he was gone, when he was parallax and stuff. So yeah, I read mostly Kyle Rayner. I wasn't a big DC fan in the 90s. Like I read certain books, but I didn't read all of them. I was very particular with my DC, like Titans, Outsiders, Batman. And that was it. That was pretty much it. And Superman. Like Marvel, I read everything. Damn near everything. I don't like G.I. Joe books. I don't like soldier books. But I read like fucking Transformers and all that shit. I don't know why I just like I had like the real G.I. Joes, not the action figures. Those are cool too. But I had like the Kung Fu Grip G.I. Joe. I'm from that generation. I liked it and stuff. I wasn't that into the comic. The comic, at the time when I was a kid, it felt like just like this is a commercial for toys. I'm not going to fucking read this. Although I read ROM, Space Knight, and Transformers, so I can't, I was an inconsistent kid. What can I say? No principles. I should go back in time and slap myself. I made a super chat before you were live. I will find it. DCG for $2.79 Canadian. Give me just a mo. There it is right there. Hey, Gary, do you have Secret Wars number 8? Spider-Man 252. Those are the top of my list collection. Which Spider-Man books are your favorite? Well, yes, I have them both. My favorite books, I was bagging and boarding them yesterday. These are the books I read when I was growing up. I'll just grab a stack of them. Spider-Man 100 through like 400 is just so good. But yeah. There you go. Look at this. I got my Mego Spider, my Spider Doom buggy. It's freaking awesome. Okay. What did I miss from Amazon's dumpster fire Rings of Power? I haven't kept up now for several weeks. Oh. Okay. We need to talk about this. It's in the title. According to Disparu, and then Ryan Kinnell made a video on it last night. I was informed like 5 days ago that this was happening. And I kind of chalked it up to YouTube just did a massive scrub over the last week. So a scrub is and they do it quite often now. Now they do little ones every Saturday. Every Friday night, Saturday, they do little scrubs, which is getting rid of the bots. There are bots on YouTube, lots of them. So they scrub them out when there is a relatively, I've only been around for 4 years, so this might go before that. So correct me if I'm wrong, but something that feels relatively new was the fucking, basically it's like It's like turning the water off at the water main, like at the point in your house. They do that too. They clamp things down when there is when we're close to elections now, when they feel like there's too much misinformation, like people asking questions and some truth getting out there. They really want to stamp that down. Weird shit starts to happen. I'm sure there's lots of missing Russian bots, quote unquote, from this platform. So over the last few days, there's been doing a massive scrub. By the way, please make sure you're still subscribed because there's always collateral damage. Shit, I was unfollowed. This is on a different platform. I was unfollowed from Yellow Flash. I went to go send him a message, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not following him. So either I rolled over on my phone in the middle of on my sleep, or I got unfollowed. But people get unsubscribed all the time. By the way, I was on Yellow Flash's live stream when I got unsubscribed from him on this platform about a year ago. So it happens all the time. Well, apparently, so I checked. I screen cap some stuff to keep track of things once in a while. It doesn't look like that's happened to me, and I don't think it's happened to anybody else. But with the Rings of Power, well, Ryan's got evidence. I think Disbrew does too. There was 80,000 comments a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe even a week ago. Now there's only 60,000. They deleted 22,000 comments. Now, that could have been bots. It could have been. That is a possibility. Yes. And that's why I just didn't make anything out of it, because that's what I thought it was. Upon further investigation, I can't tell if that's happened to anything else. Even I asked Ryan. I didn't see the answer. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he answered last night when I asked the question. I could check. If Disbrew had checked the UK trailer and seen if that had been done with that as well. I wouldn't be surprised. The dislikes are still at 164,000 down, and I think it's 108,000 up on the American trailer. On the UK trailer, it is 57,000 down to 25 or 6 up. That hasn't changed. Let me see if Ryan answered the question. Give my wife a little love there. First, okay, let's see if Ryan or somebody answered the question, which I'm sure they did. No, nobody answered the question. Okay, so Ryan says, it started 2 weeks ago and nearly everything that were top comments are no longer there. So they did delete top comments. Yes. Amazon deleted top comments. So they're probably going to slowly go through and delete it, and they're probably doing this to clear things up for the next trailer, would be my guess, which is going to get destroyed unless it's just mind-blowing good. But here's the deal. I can't run with any of this because I can't verify it. But I'm just hearing it's CW garbage. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's CW garbage. Remains to be seen. They did put a lot of money into this. A lot of money. It might be a little top heavy, meaning they put a lot into the first couple of episodes. The creator said that there's really no nemesis in the first season. It's going to be focusing on the heroics of our main characters, including Warrior Galadriel disemboweling orcs like she's raping and pillaging. Like she's gonna be like Frazetta, Warrior Galadriel, like standing on just carcasses. She's even gonna have her own girlfriend. Oh, yes. LGBTQ, Chi A, EFG, XYZ, PDQ, NAACP, CPA, CIA, plus NFL is representation will be in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings on Amazon. Yep. 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 It's getting crazy. Amazon Lord of the Rings equals Lord of the Gay, says Dante Rage for $2. I got to read these, Mama Susan. I got to read them. I mean, you took 30%, so don't act like you have any fucking principles about this. By the way, the last real BBC, demonetized. Fucking demonetized. We even talked at the beginning. We're like, we're not going to talk about the Disney stuff. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I just don't. Let's keep this out of the conversation. I mean, we did a little bit at the end, but we're like, let's just stick with the pop culture today. None of us wanted to get that dark. We had enough of it. Quite frankly, it's like I said, I equated it to the whole cuties thing. It's like it gets fucking tiresome, really, watching people defend this stuff, and then like they want to be like extreme about everything. That's a slippery slope. It's like, you know what? I'm not about law. I don't like a lot of government either. I just want to be left alone. But there are certain things that we need to do. Okay, we need to build some roads, and we need to protect our children. That's all. If you're a consenting adult, get your freak on. I don't care. I don't care what you fuck, who you like, as long as it's legal with consenting adults, rock on. Yeah, no kids. If that's getting too much to ask, then we're fucked. Gary, did you get a chance to check out the Frank Frazetta Lord of the Rings artwork? I did. Matthew spat this for $10. It's fucking awesome. I got some. The Gandalf is the shit. I don't think Tolkien would have liked how he drew the dwarves because he hated Disney style for the dwarves. Not sure. But I thought it was awesome. Frazetta is a fucking genius. Was a genius. One of the greatest artists of all time. Hail Frank Frazetta. Man's man. Fucking man's man. What did I miss from Amazon's? Oh, I read that one already. New York State is currently trying to force probation departments, juvenile division. Oh, I read this one already. I read that one a while ago. So let's go back up. What was your last best Comic-Con? George Orwell for $10. I mean, the con that I actually enjoyed. I'd say, when I went to San Diego in 2019, hung out with Jeremy. That was fun. The con is always about the company you keep. It was still a fun con. That's where I met Ryan. We got called out by by Jarbo. It's so funny. Jarbo fucking tweets out like, I wanted to talk to Nerdrotic to Jeremy, but they're afraid to talk to me. And it was like, I would say minutes after I posted the address of our meetup. It was funny. It was funny. Got a kick out of that. Maybe a couple hours. But yeah, I like, hey, we're going to be at Lestat's. And then we went from Lestat's to a bar because it got too big. Good. And it was a good time. We had a great time. And we turned it into 2 meetups, and we ended up just blowing off con for the rest of the weekend and going fucking around. It was great. So I had a good time for that. Went to New York. I wasn't that impressed with New York Comic Con, to be honest with you. Like, everybody was talking it up like it's on San Diego's heels. This is second best Comic Con in the country. I beg to differ. I think it was too small of a place. It was like really packed. Too many fucking people. I enjoyed hanging out with people in New York, though. We had great meetups. Those were fun. Those were great. Con itself, not that impressed with it. I thought it was okay. I'll be going to WonderCon in 7 days, hopefully. We got to see if I can get enough work done. But yeah, Anaheim, WonderCon, I'll be there April 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I'll probably won't go to the con on Friday because I got to do Friday Night Tights. No, I won't be going to the con Friday because I have to do Friday Night Tights, and that takes an entire day to do. I'll be there Saturday. I heard Chris Gore might be there. Chris Gore might be at the con. Quarter Black's supposed to go with me. Mrs. Nerdrotic's supposed to go with me. So I need to visit my mom, and I made it a business trip. Sue me. I can write all the shit off now. Did you see Picard last night? No. So I will be going live tonight on Nerdrotic Live around, I have to go, I'm going out to dinner. Culture Casino's in town. That's right. Tallahassee lawyer himself is in town, so I'm going to try to go out to dinner with him and Comics Division. So when I get back from that, I will watch Picard, probably throw up my dinner, and then go live. So it's probably like 9:30 Central Time. If it wasn't for Kumia putting Bill Burr on a certain tour of theirs and crazy show he wouldn't be the Bill Burr that we all know. This is Savage Talk for $5. Hail Savage Talk, by the way. And you're right. Yeah, I'm like, I know if you're a fan of Bill Burr, that's cool. I used to be. But if you see Kumia explain things, it makes it worse. Because Kumia said, like, I never needed Bill Burr to back me. I don't need him, like, I understand the situation. I didn't need Bill Burr to show me support. And he said a lot of Kumia fans gave Bill Burr a lot of shit. But Kumia is saying, no, I totally understand why he's not publicly supporting me. It's better to be silent. Silence can be support. Dave Chappelle has fucking explained that better than I could. Silence can be support. And long story short, we know you're full of shit, but we're not going to throw you under the bus. Some people just don't understand that, though. Yeah, Bill Burr, like, sat down and said, I professionally can't work with you anymore. It's just like the douchiest, ugliest thing you could say to somebody. If it's a real friend, you sit down and you go, dude, I've got a career going on right now. So, like, we're gonna lay low for a minute, you know, if you really want to work in Hollywood that bad. But I see Anthony Cumia showed great perspective last night. In his show, he talked, it's exactly where I'm at. It's like, this is it for me. Like, this is all I want to do. I just want to be on YouTube. I don't want to make a comic. I don't want to make a movie. I don't want to make a TV show. I don't want to host a talk show in Hollywood. I don't want to be an advisor, a comic book advisor to Marvel. I don't want to be any of that shit. No, thank you. I want to just do this. This is great. I love it. I'm going to be a loser, a complete fucking loser, zero, in my house, in a studio that's an extra bedroom with my wife making me peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I will be that loser. I have always been that loser. I have always been that zero. I am very comfortable here. And Kumia said, hey, this is my lot in life. I was on a big radio show, got canceled, but now I've got this, and I love it. and he's got total freedom. He's uncancelable unless they pull his internet or anything. But dude, he was talking as free as you can talk about everything. And there's something to that. There are no strings, no little puppet strings. Look where Opie is, and look what, Bill Burr. Bill Burr's going to get a guest star. He's going to be a guest star in TV shows, and he's going to play Bill Burr in the next movie, and Bill Burr in the next Star Wars show, and Bill Burr in the next Marvel show. And he'll get a Bill Burr HBO special where he can ride the fence and do his little Bill Burr podcast with his friends, like he's a big shit talker. Remember, he told Anthony Cumia you can't work with him professionally ever again, which is, again, the douchiest, fucked up thing you could say to a friend. I prefer Anthony Cumia's humor personally. It's not guarded. And we will have him back on Friday Night Tights sooner than later. That was awesome. That was fucking awesome. And dude, it's so funny. Jeremy said, well, it's probably a situation of either we're on our way up or you're on your way down. And Anthony's it's probably me being on my way down. And Ryan Kinnell told a joke so bad that even Anthony Cumia went, damn, before the show, which I will not repeat here. Maybe someday I will, though. In memory of Star Wars, 1977 to 2017, in dark place we find ourselves, and little more knowledge lights our way. Justin Platten for $5. Rest in peace, Star Wars. Rest in peace. Hey, Gary, what do you think of the Moon Knight director talking trash about not hiring Egyptians? Black Adam isn't set in Egypt. Yeah, for one, he's not Egyptian. For two, I think Oscar Isaac is Jewish, right? Isn't he part? Because Mark Spector's Jewish. But I'm pretty sure Oscar Isaac is. I don't know if he practices. I don't know if he practices. Yeah, I don't know. Moon Knight is based on Egyptian lore. It is based on Egyptian lore. And we know how much Egypt loves Israel. Just saying. Big fans. Not everybody. Let's just say they've had some history. A little bit of history. Okay, maybe a lot of history. Maybe like thousands of years of history. But when you don't play these games, this is how you bring this shit together. You make a little fun, fucking Moon Knight. I don't know why Marvel felt like they had to get an Egyptian director for Moon Knight. But this is where we are now. We're matching directors with traits of the story instead of finding the best director for the story. And guess what? That's why everything fucking sucks. Because you're not matching it for the right reasons. If an Egyptian happens to be the best director for the job, by all means hire him. Or her. Or it. I don't fucking know. But every decision's made by Kevin Feige, and he just casts these people. Not super big on taking suggestions, let's just say. Kevin Feige is top dog now. So everything goes, it's his responsibility. Successes and failures. What did somebody tweeted back at me and go, and somebody had my back, by the way, so I appreciate that. Fist bump. Somebody said, I said, there is no more Marvel. It's as dead as Star Wars. There's only Disney Marvel. And then somebody gave, well, that's funny because 90% of your content is based on what I say. And, I actually had a tweet set up to go back and I didn't put it out. Maybe I'll put it up today. And I said, well, there's a 100% chance that I'll be putting out a Marvel video today. There's a 90% chance that that 25% of the employees will say something stupid that, it's kind of a play on the wrestler, 33 1/3 and thing. I digress. If Disney went out of business tomorrow, I'd light a cigar, have a 24-hour live stream in celebration, and go cover something else. Could give a fuck about Disney. I don't need Disney. And once more people realize that, it's a better thing. Whole company could just die tomorrow. And I'd throw a party. I'm 55 and I buy toys. How do you hang yours? Nigel David for £2 That's proper money. Thank you for asking. I use, if I have one close, I use push pins. So these are soft. The blue, you see, those are actually pads. They're not like hard tiles. They are soft. I don't have one near me. But I use push pins. Mostly clear, but I'm like down to my artisan wood push pins right now because I've used them all. And I stick it right between their legs or under their armpits. Works like a charm. Till somebody slams the door or something like that. Then it gets bad. But yeah. Or dust. Or dust. Hail, Gary. I just been watching your Picard reviews, and I couldn't agree more. If I want to watch a sad, broken old man get lectured to and apologizing all the time, I'd watch you on Friday Night Tights. George Kessler for $10. You got me. Woo! I'm burned on that one. I'm burned. You got me. That was a good one. Are none of King's worth their salt? Not even Mr. Miracle or Vision. Mr. Miracle ends shitty. Vision I found to be passable. And actually his early Batman was passable. But it was just a big fucking setup. The dude likes getting pegged. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying he's probably likes getting pegged. It's just a guess. It's pure speculation. And you know what? Again, if you're a consenting adult, go get pegged, buddy. That's what you like. But it's obviously not getting it out of your system. You know what I'm saying? We got, dude, what are you doing? I'm just going to hit you right back for this, you fucker. You're not supposed to give me this stuff. Dude, this stream is just too damn good and too damn funny. Thanks, brother. I love you. You're not supposed to be giving me money. I'm going to get you back for that. Next live stream, I'm going to see you and I'm going to raise you. Oh my God, $50. That's like $100 American dollars right now. Love you, buddy. Oh, where was I? And it's okay to be buying toys in your 50. Like, we're the only guys buying action figures right now. Trust me. Kids aren't touching that shit. I heard last night's Picard is total shit. I can't wait to see it. I think your mic has slow mode enabled, right? Let's see. Let's try this. It's gotten better now. No, it's Stream Labs is a quirky little program, but I like it because everything's fed through it. So, if you weren't tasked with ending the Song of Ice and Fire, what would you do differently than the show? It says best name I could think of for $4.99. Good question. If I were tasked for it, I would have given it 10 seasons like George asked. It needed it, absolutely. And I would have spent more time with Daenerys and Jon being together, like working together, having a victory. I would have made an entire season and a half of the White Walkers just destroying Westeros, and I would make it like a horror movie. I would. It would not be all giant battles. It would be running from hold fast to castle and just getting run over. And it just like, you don't know like who's good or who's bad. Zombies fucking, it would just be intense the whole fucking time. And then you fight them off. You fight them off at King's Landing. And dude, you're going to need Marine. You're going to need everything to fight them. You're going to need absolutely everything. The Golden Company, everything. Once all that's done, then it's everybody fighting for what's left, the spoils. And that's where Jon and Daenerys part ways. You know, kind of like an allegory, although Tolkien doesn't like him. I don't mind him once in a while. You know, like after World War II, say. You know, you got some allies. Some might not be so good, but you need them. Jaime Lannister most definitely kills Cersei. Absolutely. Arya never reunites with the Starks. She dies alone. Because they foreshadow that in the first book. Sansa being in charge. I would make her like the Lord, not the Queen of the North. Not the Queen of the North. She'd be a lady. The Lady Stark. Yeah, I think Bran will probably be king, but I would do a lot more with Bran. Bran would be like psychic fighting the, I don't know. I wouldn't have put in a Night King personally. I would not have done the Night King. I would have done something more George-like. Oh, and the battle with the others ends with a truce. Not with a fucking victory, a truce. Oh, what's the other thing I would have done? Oh, made Euron Greyjoy. The real villain of the story. Make him the child-diddling, mystic, pirate, Cthulhu god that he wants to be. It would have been awesome. And most everybody would have died. If George Martin doesn't feel like finishing A Song of Ice and Fire, then perhaps Brandon Sanderson will. He did it for Robert Jordan for 20 British pounds from Ryan. He might. You never know. I've heard people say he's not the right guy. But as it stands right now, George said nobody will finish it. Nobody will touch it. It's only his. And he's fine with it not being finished. By the way, he said that 3-4 years ago. He said, I am fine with not finishing A Dream of Spring. I think he's fine with not finishing The Wind's a Winner now. I think he's going to live his last few years just being in Hollywood. You're blocking Comics' door. How is he supposed to get out? Says Arionaut for $5. Thank you for the $5. Don't worry. He'll get out. I take care of comics. I take good care of comics. Freaking ass. Super chatting me. Hey, Gary, I just saw Gina Carano is coming to Orlando's MegaCon May 19th through 22nd. Time to get the word out. The turnout for her needs to be epic. Oh, I think it will be. I'm pretty sure it will be. until she gets canceled. Till somebody tries to cancel her. You don't think somebody's going to try to cancel Gina Carano from MegaCon? MegaCon, hold the fucking line. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't you do it. Don't you fucking bend the knee to no motherfuckers. But is this not her first appearance? I certainly hope it stays on. But yes, absolutely. Go see Gina at MegaCon. And if they stick with it, then they're worth supporting. May 19th, that is a month away. That is a month away. So if you're in the Florida area, go check it out. We love Gina Carano. We absolutely love Gina Carano. Bigger metaphorical balls than anybody in Hollywood. We love her. That fucking con cancels her, though. Burn that shit down. Check out the Tales. I read that one. I need to refresh. Give me a moment. With WG on the donation side for $100. Gary, I suspect my nuke the trans whales comment led to the real BBC demonetization by YouTube Nazis. Here's a Texas-sized donation to make up for the trouble. Keep fighting the good fight. Thank you, brother. I can't believe it. I mean, like, I'm sure it wasn't all those times I said that's a dude swimming. With his little with his floppity flopping around, apparently in the locker room. He's like letting his Johnson hang out. Jesus Christ. Thank you, WG. Bless you. Bless you. Bones 8 for $50. $50. Zale Gary, just showing some love, support. Thank you for the voice for us all. Wow. Keep fighting the good fight. Oh, I will, because it's fun. It's fun. It's fun beating back assholes. It is, because they're not tough. They're not smart. I mean, a little peek behind the curtain for you. And this goes for all of us. It's like playing with your food. In most cases, we're not dealing with geniuses here. Sometimes, yes, we are. We're dealing with very evil geniuses. Most times, we're dealing with retards. Daniel for $5 says, who will be cucked more, Moon Knight or Obi-Wan? Well, I think we should probably have a poll on this one. I'll say Obi-Wan. I'll say Obi-Wan because he's a bigger symbol. He's a bigger symbol. Mark Spector is being played by a person of color right now. I'm sorry. It's not Mark Spector. That's not going to be the name. That's fucking Moon Knight to me. So I think it'll be Obi-Wan because he's the white man. They should they should be a Cuck Awards for the next cucked male heroic characters. That's something EFAP could probably spend days debating. They probably will. I think they're going to watch Moon Knight. I don't think they're going to skip Moon Knight. I mean, I'm skipping Miss Marvel because I said it last time. There's a kid playing the part, right? So there's the dad in me doesn't want to pick on a kid. I mean, it's cringe, and this character is being used to just push fucking identity politics and all that shit, but honestly, it's not the kid's fault playing the part. So, yeah. Plus, it's a kid's show. It's for 12-year-old girls. So I think it's really weird that a 52-year-old straight dude would be watching it, personally. A little strange. I will peek in to if anything happens that I need to know about for the next movie, I'm sure I'll read some skewed article from Screen Shit. I'm sorry, Screen Crap. I'm sorry, Screen Garbage, Screen Rant. who have like really taken the baton of like the worst website. Like Inverse is still the worst, but Screen Rant is giving them a run for their money. Thoughts on The Witcher by Netflix? Have you seen it? Yes, I have. They did exactly the same thing that Amazon is doing the Lord of the Rings stories. Yes, they did. I was, before I didn't know anything about the lore when I watched the first season. And I liked the first season enough to like, hey, I'm going to read these books. I'm going to read all the books. So I read the books, and they're really good. They get girls the key to everything at the end, but I still enjoyed a lot of it. I think I'm going to like the plot of the game more than anything else. Season 2 sucked. Season 2 absolutely sucked. So much so, nobody talks about it. Did you know? Okay, let's take a look. December 17th, 2021 was the release date for Witcher Season 2. It was 8 episodes, correct? 8 episodes. So let's go to our little calendar here. Let's go back in time. A little bit. December 17th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if it was released weekly, The Witcher would have ended February 4th. Okay, so we're going to say almost 2 months ago. Does it feel like it's been 2 months since The Witcher Season 2? Or 6? It feels like 6. It feels like 6 because it got consumed and forgotten within a week and a half. And the only reason there was any news out there at all is Lauren Hisrich got into a cute little spat with Jeremy from The Quartering on Twitter. And once that was over, no one was talking about The Witcher Season 2 anymore. Do you think that would be different if they released it weekly? Might be. I mean, it still sucked. That doesn't help either. It sucked because Lauren Hisrich decided to focus on her ideology over being smart business-wise. Business-wise, Lauren Hisrich knows everybody wants to see Henry Cavill slaying monsters. We don't hate Yennefer. We don't hate Ciri. But we're not watching the show for them. She wants to believe that we're watching the show for them because she wants to believe in her intersectional feminist world. Wanting to believe and what is really happening in front of you are two entirely different things. So she's going to make you believe. Instead of giving the people what they want, they give the people what you think you should have. And guess what? They just took one of their biggest series and flushed it down the fucking toilet. It's got one more season before it gets canceled. It might get a second or a fourth like Westworld did, which is going to be what? 7 episodes in 3 more years. And does anybody remember Westworld? Anybody? Anyone? Westworld? Remember Westworld? The heir apparent to Game of Thrones? Yes. It was going to be the heir apparent to Game of Thrones, and by all means, it looked like it after the first season. But you know what they did? They got woke. And now it gets the ratings, the same ratings that Watchmen did, the show that was canceled, by the way. The show that was canceled. Gets about 1 million. About 1 million people watching it. So, yeah, Witcher, 2 more seasons, max. Last season will be shortened, and it'll be 2 years between seasons. You might as well be making a movie at this point. You know, you're separating it out like a movie. And you're only as good as your last season. and less people are going to care, so less people are going to tune in and give a shit. Remember, after the first season, people couldn't shut the fuck up about The Witcher. Dan Vasc was out there singing the song better than the guy in the fucking show and getting millions of views. And we saw the rise of the Dan Vasc simps. Love Dan Vasc. I'm a Dan Vasc simp, too. And now it's like a limp dick in a cold pool. But Dan Vasc did a better job on the song again. So that's my thoughts on The Witcher. Read Elric of Mel Nibode. Sounds like I got a stuffy nose. Mel Nibode. It's fucking good. And Witcher totally ripped it off. It did. It did. George paid a lot of homage to Elric as well in his books. Brendan Rivers. Katie for $3. Thoughts? I read that one. Who will be cucked more? I mean, the audience, too. We will be, too. Let's be real. I bet the publishers will hire another author to finish Song of Ice and Fire for Jar Jar and passes. Your thoughts? They would have every right to do so if they imagine how much money they fronted this dude. So how he pays it back, I mean, a lot of people have figured this out, but just in case you don't care. All those coffee table books, the World of Ice and Fire, Fire and Blood, those are all makeup books for the publisher. Who's Who of Westeros, he's got 2 of them coming out this year. Reading The Eternals, Day of the Gods, and Jack Kirby's artwork is beautiful as a graphic novel. Do you have any more recommendations, Gary? Fourth World, if you haven't read it. If you like Kirby. Kirby's Fantastic Four, Kirby's Fourth World, Kirby's Thor. Kirby's Thor. Chef's kiss. Because basically, that's what he was into. So Eternals, New Gods, all was Thor shit that he had to do somewhere else. Hey, Gary, so Picard's woke second season started again? I had no idea, which was fortunate for me. Says Watchmen's Channel of Despair for $5. Yeah, it's their centerpiece. It's shit. It's absolute shit. It went to shit so fast. It looked like, hey, oh my God, there was familiar Star Trek things in the first episode, and they actually had the Stargazer in there, and then they went to shit. Someone already has been trying to get MegaCon event canceled because of the safety of the Jewish trans community could be at risk. The safety of the Jewish trans community in Orlando, which might be like, honestly, it's Florida, so it might be 0.41% as opposed to 0.4%. It's fucking terrible what Disney did to this woman. It's terrible. Now she is it's a scarlet letter. It's a scarlet letter. What the company of Disney did. I just don't see how people can give them, money. I am perfectly happy sharing a password for Disney Plus. I am perfectly happy never going to Disneyland again. I am perfectly happy never buying a Marvel comic again. I am perfectly happy never buying a Star Wars thing again. I am perfectly happy buying tickets to other movies and sneaking into their fucking movies to review them. I am perfectly happy doing that. The only thing I liked from them was Disneyland. I like Disneyland. It's fun. It's charming. It's the happiest place on earth. I wouldn't go there to piss on Mickey Mouse. Bamagrad. Oh, hail, Bamagrad. How the hell are you? For $10 says, hail, Gary. I just saw that Gina Carano is coming to Orlando's MegaCon 22nd. Time to get the word out. Yeah, get the word out. Support her. Don't let her be canceled. Just don't let it happen. Hold the line. Drown them out. Who's worse, Amy Pascal or Pedro Pascal? Congrats on the move and hail. Thank you. Oh, Pedro. I mean, Amy Pascal's coked up. That's fine. And she did talk shit about Obama, which was kind of funny. Pedro is a little commie bitch. Rough Girl TV for $5. Checking to see if you get this because I missed over a month now. Rough Girl, I read one on a Square Up. You didn't hear it, but I definitely got it, Rough Girl, and I'll find the other one next time. There's also shit. That's right. There was a PayPal one I had to read. I'm gonna read that one on Friday Night Tights. What's bigger, V'ger or Stacey Abrams' vagina? Asked Big Chip for $2. Well, Stacey Abrams' vagina, obviously. Duh. I don't even know why you asked that question. Hey, I thought she did a pretty good job as Planet Earth. Who do you think Russell would bring in? Sean Pertwee? Do you think Russell would bring in Sean Pertwee as 14? That would be says Sci-Fi is Life for $10. That is too awesome to be true. Too awesome to be fucking true. You want to make me happy as a fan? You bring in Sean Pertwee to play the Doctor. I'd get my pom-poms out for Russell T. Davies. I would. It was fucking Sean Pertwee. Oh, shit, yeah. Take my soon-to-be worthless money. We should not label the Amazon filth as Tolkien or Lord of the Rings. Doing them gives them authority. Deny them that. That's a good point. J Hag for £5 British. That's a good point. Shouldn't relate his name to it. I won't do that anymore. Comic Quirks for $5 says, I actually like the Lord of the Rings trailer. Looked pretty good. CGI heavy, but not bad. Does upset me they're diverting from the books, but it looked not bad. And that's your prerogative. I'm not going to bash you for that. As far as the look, I thought the CG was like mediocre, right? But their symbolism, I mean, fuck their symbolism. Their symbolism was Warrior Galadriel, black elf with a perfect haircut, black female dwarf, and we're not even going to try to make them accurate. We're not going to try to make either of them accurate, which sends a message. That's beyond just having a black elf and a black dwarf. That's not the issue. The issue is fuck your lore. That's the issue we have. That was Amazon coming out and go, hey, Tolkien fans, fuck your lore. Watch our show. And we just went, Amazon, go fuck yourself. And not just regular fuck yourself. I mean, get giant 10-inch dildos and stick them in every orifice of your body simultaneously. Fuck yourself. Get one of those machines to do it. Brian Salazar for Middle Earth dollars. Thank you. I love your work and everyone on Friday Night Tights. You guys keep my sanity in check. Really? Oh boy, I'm sorry. Just want to know what's the consensus on Moon Knight. I think we were all pretty like on the first trailer. We're like, looks okay. Looks okay. There's a couple scenes that look pretty good. You know, we like Oscar Isaacs. We do. He's a good actor. He's a good actor. I got no beef with that guy. I think he came out and said some Mark Hamill shit. I haven't read it, so I might have a beef with them later. But like actors are actors. These are adult pretenders. They, like you get him moments of honesty, like when he was asked about Star Wars, and he goes, maybe when I need another house. That's honest actor. I like that. But after that last clip, it's going to be MCU crap, just like I thought it would be. Oh, that woman, whoever it is, she will be the centerpiece. She will be leading him around, Stephen Grant around. She will be the brains of the operation. Moon Knight will come in and save her, and she'll probably be the girl who's the key to everything. And by the end of the series, she'll be head of a criminal organization or an organization or a superhero. It'll be her fucking story. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's pretty much been every Disney story since Captain Marvel. Las Vegas Esquire. I'm going to think it's Las Vegas. I see LV. I think Las Vegas. So I'm going to say LV, but I'm going to think Las Vegas. Hey, Gary. Oh, here we go. Scott here from Vegas. Oh, I know. This is the lawyer. You're the lawyer. What's up, Scott? That's Scott. I grew up going to Disneyland, done with all Disney products and parks, no money to pervs. Absolutely. No, that is the Las Vegas lawyer. That is Scott, who I've met a couple times at meetups. How you doing, Scott? I can't wait to go back to Vegas, baby. I can't wait. Oh, if there's no mask there and it's like real Vegas, I get excited just thinking. I love that town. I'm not going to move there or live there because it's turned into a blue nightmare, but it's nice to visit. It's nice to visit. And if I can like go there normally, now without the fucking masks, oh, damn. Let's do it. The meetup, I'll have the meetup ironed out soon. Thanks, Scott. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hey, Gary, I have been wanting to say this for a while. Congratulations on the 8 years sober. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am 7 years sober as of the past November. Love you, brother. Hail the fellowship. Diesel, back at you. Congratulations. So being sober through the last fucking couple years, not easy. No. Not fucking easy. But we did it. We did it one day at a time. Gary, love the channel. As a millennial who hates this generation, I appreciate the point of view. What exactly did you begin to see that was going on? A High Road Soldier for $4.99. When did I start to notice shit was going on? A little bit at the comic store. But I never thought it would like take over. I never thought it would take over. But it had its roots in all of our culture, right? So it's invaded everything, and we've documented this on this channel and on Az's channel and Jeremy's channel, both Jeremy's, Ryan's, everybody's channel, right down to Richard back in the day with Diversity in Comics. A lot of people, Eric July, a lot of people have documented this. A lot of people. I'm missing 1,000, believe me, who came before me. Gavin McGinnis was documenting this 2014. A lot of them are gone now. Anthony Cumia was noticing this shit back in 2014 after he got canceled. I started noticing, I'd say 2007, when Greg Rucka was just pissing me off. It was before that. It was before 2007. I hated Greg Rucka as a writer because I thought he was like the first woke writer. He's like patient zero for me. I hated his shit. I couldn't stand reading it. It was pretentious and it was fucking terrible. And now that's the entire industry. But I used to be able to hang with like the artists and shit. I mean, I wasn't big on hanging with all of them. There was only a couple I was friendly with, right? And I could hang with them. I don't know if I could like hang with Ben Templesmith now. I don't think I could. Like he's always been woke, right? But like in person, he's a perfectly lovely guy. Like didn't talk about his politics. Like the ladies. He did. That's fine. I think he was single. Did some stuff. I can't say. Did some stuff that wasn't so nice. And I'm pretty sure he's canceled. I'm not sure. Haven't talked to him in a long, long time. But at conventions, we can hang, talk comic books. Be fine. Can't do that anymore. And it sucks. It sucks. And it's because they won't talk to me. My wife has lost friends. It was nice. I talked to one of my old friends for the first time in years 2 days ago. I was supposed to call him back. I'll still call him back. Hardcore lefty. We managed to have a conversation. I'll see if it continues. But I mean, like in Portland, took part in Antifa. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I've never been that way. I've never been like, I don't know. I mean, I can't control what people think, but I've never been like hardcore lefty on certain subjects. I've always been very, I would say closer to libertarian anarchist, like leave me the fuck alone. My dream is no government, but I know it's not real. See, I'm like also a grown up in the real world, and I know it would not work. But my dream would be just, I leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I'll do what I want, and I won't bother you. How about we try that? But for me, it was the combination. It was like the 1, 2, 3 punch of Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who. That's when it's like, enough. I tried to do that fucking neutral thing where I just wanted to like talk about fucking TV shows and comic books. I wanted to continue what I did in the comic store, which was pretty much enjoying shit. That was nice. It's like, oh man, we got this really good comic book and we talk about it and fucking sell multiple, hundreds of copies because we're talking about it. Yeah, no. So it was, dude, it was a good time. 2015, there was a lot of good stuff. It looked good. It looked like, wow, we are going to get into this great era. Holy shit. And then it just took, like, Hollywood lost its mind when Trump got elected. And then it was Oscar so white, Trump's election, Harvey Weinstein, huge power vacuum when a lot of those guys got wiped out. Here come the activists. The activists came in, took advantage of that. They've been waiting. They had been planning. So, yeah, we saw Star Trek go down. We saw Doctor Who go down. We saw Star Wars go down. And it was just, for each of us, it was a bigger thing. I think for a lot of people, Star Wars was like the gateway. For me, it was Doctor Who. It was Doctor Who, 2017, the day they changed the Doctor into a girl. And I'm like, no. Fuck no. And then I'm looking around like, oh, I'm not allowed to say no? Fuck that. So tell me I'm not allowed to do something and I'm going to do it. So from day one, I was like, and I still stick with this. A well-written show can convince anybody of anything. A well-written, good show where its intentions are to tell a good story, that's where you can be the most convincing. But you're setting out with an agenda, you will never convince anybody. The Doctor's a male character, always been a male character, always will be a male character. You could change him to a trans, non-binary woman. It'll never work. It'll kill the brand. Oh, sure, you'll get some headlines and maybe one episode will be watched by a lot of people, but then everybody will stop like they did with the first female doctor played by Jodie Whittaker, who we will lovingly call Dr. Killer. So, BBC recognizes they are unable to right the ship, and they do the unprecedented. Well, they've done this with other shows, but they have never done it with Doctor Who. And we're going to license it out, and we're not going to control it at all. And we'll see what happens. Star Wars is done. Star Trek, it's going to be 10 years. It's got to be out of Kurtzman's hands for a decade before maybe it'll turn around. Marvel is fucked. DC, wild card. DC's a bit of a wild card. Yes, they're going to have some woke shit. But I've heard a lot of things. A lot of things. Oh, my God, I've heard a lot of things. Ooh, have I heard a lot of things. If anybody's going to correct the ship, it might be the dumbest company in the world. It might not be either. That remains to be seen. It's a wild card. I'm not saying get your hopes up. I'm saying, based on what I've heard, there's at least a chance. How big of a chance? I don't know. I'll get back to you. I'm working on a video now. You guys might like it. It's kind of a master thesis. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm trying something different. The guys seem to like it. The guys seem to like the idea. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Quarterblack Garrett. Little baby boy. I don't know if he followed any of my suggestions. I haven't heard his name yet, but I'm rooting for 8-Ball personally. I think 8-Ball should be the kid's name. Oh, and Steven Crowder's his troll today, like the video. Oh, fuck, that was good. Oh, if you guys didn't see it, he dressed in a fat suit as a woman and led a fucking like master class on body positivity. Oh my God, I was dying. And Quarterblack in the setup wearing a Nerdrotic shirt in there. Good looking out, buddy. Good looking out. Oh, I was laughing my ass off. Oh my God, Crowder's got giant sack. He does. Not everybody likes him. I like him. Oh, by the way, thanks for Benny too. I got to shout. Benny shouted out my California video. I got to retweet that. He's a good dude. Thank you for the shout out. Oh, did you guys see this? Oh, did you guys see this? This is good. This is good. Hang on a second. This might be one of the better trolls. I love that this is becoming a thing. And I'm forgetting the guy's name. It's Drunk. I don't know if he knows Drunk 3PO or not. You know the guy who like trolls city councils and stuff? Does like rapping and shit. I think he was just on You Were Here. I'm forgetting his name. I'm sorry. That guy's good. That guy's good. Oh, Donald Trump's going to sue Hillary Clinton. Okay, that'll be interesting. But this is better. There's Steven. There it is. There it is. There it is. Where is it? Where is it? This guy. Hang on. Okay. Sorry if it's getting political. This is a troll, by the way. Okay. This is a troll. And it's fucking brilliant.
War with Ukraine and Russia. If we had a nuclear war, it would be worth it if it could just save one life. What? Imagine living in a world where people with selfish sides denying racist, transphobic, xenophobic, misogynistic states. People actually supported democracy and took on their social responsibility. The only way to fight for our democracy is to get vaccinated while supporting Ukraine in the fight. And that is your social responsibility. Everybody. One of the people I look up to, who I've begun to love, is Klaus Schwab, and he said by 2030, 30, you will own nothing and be happy. And I stand with him because I am not selfish. And those who stand against it are selfish. My closing statement, my only regret is that I didn't stop Breonna Taylor's killers. I still remember yesterday. I was shopping at Target in the Pride section looking for a shirt for my 6-year-old openly gay transgender nephew.
Look at the dude behind him.
Starbucks for my barista. But at least I know that I was helping the LGBTQ community while Breonna Taylor was killed. Every night I lay on my pillow and I pray that Dr. Fauci will make the vaccine for white supremacy. I hate myself.
Thank you. That's your time. Appreciate it.
Security guards right there.
Yeah. Could you do that over there so we can get the next person?
I just need everybody to do these. Those fucking rule. Oh my God. And the fact that he overplayed it was even better. That was so good. Oh, it's a good American right there. If you want to make every city council meeting a fucking clown show, make it a fucking clown show. Make it a clown show, because that's what all our city councils and our fucking school they're all fucking clown shows right now. Point of personal privilege. That was the most sane thing I've fucking seen from a city council in a long fucking time. Fucking pompous fucks. So yeah, clown their ass. Like, it's beautiful. Oh my God, I hope this becomes a trend. I hope everybody starts doing it. And they're going to be all, we're worried for our safety because somebody's trolling us. Oh, fucking bitches. They're all bitches. God damn, that was funny. I laughed as hard for that now as I saw it the first 3 times I've seen it, because god damn, that's funny. There's people like, is this real? How could you? I think I saw on Twitter, how could you think this is funny? What about this is funny? And people are just like, don't tell the guy it's not real. But hey, things are insane. Like, if people, I kind of believe that you think it's real. I mean, we had that woman screaming on the street when Trump was elected that we love to. I used it in my last video. Like, she's real. She's real. Z, welcome to the protomolecule level, which is going to be the radicalized level any minute now. Thank you. The one he is showing is Cassidy Campbell. The other guy was You Are Here is Alex Stein. Thank you. Thank you. So that's Cassidy Campbell, and then Alex Stein's the other one. They're both fucking legends, in my opinion, for what they do. So hail to both of them. Love them. Gary, have you ever read the Thieves World series? It was a common universe and multiple authors. Reminds me of what the Rippaverse concept. Oh, I have not, but if you say it's good, I'll check it out. I can't wait to see radicalized level. Yeah, it's going to be the radicalized. I was thinking organized or radicalized. Radicalized is better, because radical is a word I used all the time, because I'm from SoCal, so I was like, radical, dude. I was radical. Radical. Okay, I gotta go. I'm a little over. I was supposed to go 2, 3. I've got to take Junior to. I got to take him out, because we haven't really done that yet since we're tech. So me and Junior are going to go out a little bit. And then I think I'm going out to dinner with Comics Division and Culture Casino. Master, done in Vegas. Let me know what I could do to help for another meetup. Thank you. Thank you. Las Vegas Esquire for $10. It's going to be at the same place. Probably around the same time. I know we were going to do it when it was less hot, but honestly, the way things are unfolding, it would be better timed maybe a month sooner. I don't know. There is no more Star Trek convention. That's done. It is now just a sci-fi convention, and quite frankly, it wasn't that good to begin with. So the only other reason to go around that time is because it's around my birthday. My birthday. Something I generally don't celebrate anymore because you stop celebrating after you're 50. Who gives a fuck? It's just milestones. Like if I make it to 60, woo, we'll have a party. But yeah, I'll let you know when that is. But I'd really like us for us to iron out Orlando first. That will be the first one I'd like to iron out because that one's going to be, quite frankly, the more expensive one. So, you will not be charged. You will not be charged. There will be tickets, but they're free. They'll be free. You will not be charged. Not happening. Not on my watch. Not on Jeremy's either. There will be no crowdfunding. No crowdfunding. That will be just the party. That, if you can get yourself there, that's the whole thing. Get yourself there. Get a hotel. We'll throw the party. So thanks, everyone. Obviously, I didn't get to all the super chats and donations. So sorry. And I will be doing a Square Up Saturday night, and members streams return Sunday morning. Gonna have a member stream Sunday morning. They're back. It looks like the Nerdrotic Nooner will start regular after I get back from WonderCon. So we're talking second week of April. We will do the Monday, Wednesday thing and possibly a Thursday show. More news on that later. But we're going to announce a time and all that good stuff. We'll probably do it from WonderCon. We'll probably announce all the stuff. If you want to see, if you're going to WonderCon on the 2nd, I think it's April 2nd, I'm probably going to be there walking around. Maybe we'll do like a little impromptu meetup at a bar. Like we'll decide on location there and just walk somewhere. But because I need a day to go see my mom. I need a day to do Friday Night Tights. And then I think I'm going to enjoy a little family time. But like Saturday will be the day I'm there buying comic books. That's what I'm going to do, is to buy comic books at a comic book convention. I know, it's crazy. Buying comic books at a comic book convention? What the fuck? We got $5 here from Teresa. How do I say that last name, Teresa? Hoisington? Have you seen Jeremy Boring's commercial on the Daily Wire for Jeremy's Razor and F you to Harry's? I have, Teresa. It is a brilliant commercial. Absolutely brilliant commercial. I'm not going to play it here because I just played that. So, but yes, I've seen it. I love it. And if I ever shave again, I will get Jeremy's razors. Honestly, the only I just a little bit off, like right here, so I don't get the Wolfman shit going up to my eyeballs. But it's like once in a while, And yeah, I know it's named after Jeremy. And as I said to him on Twitter, when he gets old enough to shave, when he can tie his own shoes, he should probably get a Jeremy's razor. And he said beards are trendy. He said, I know, right? What can I say? Yeah, fucking. Yeah, Jack's got to shave his beard. He does. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Again, I will get these in a square up before the weekend. Thanks, everyone who left your donation and a super chat. They will get read, and thank you. I will see you on Friday Night Tights with Melanie Mack. That's tomorrow. It's at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Central time. I'm saying it loud so my people will hear it. I know you guys will remember. So we're starting a half hour early for because stupid Britain isn't on. No, I love the UK. Isn't on daylight savings time yet. So that's why we're starting a half hour early. Okay. So it'll be 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Pacific, and I think it's 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 6 GMT. Until next time. Not all who wander are lost. And may the wings of liberty never lose a feather.
Nerdrotic.com.
We also got some news that Gina Carano will be in Dallas at the Fan Expo in June. I don't know what date in June. Let me find out. It just says June. So stay tuned because I'm going to that one.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Good night, you lovelies.